Hello everybody, my name is Mark and welcome back to the channel. It's been like 6 months. Holy moly, guacamole. Is that how it said? I'm not quite sure. But yeah, it's been about half a year since I last uploaded, and of course, I was uploading draft content. I haven't stopped actually. I actually won my first ever championship in low tier. I didn't upload it, I know. I kind of got carried by my teammates, but I finally won. So we have one championship underneath my belt. But today I'm going to be doing a draft recap of season 2 of the SDL, which is ran by my good buddy Average Person. Season 2 consists of a duos league, so if you're not sure what a duos league is, it's basically you and another coach drafting your own team, but you share a record and differential. And when you play in the playoffs, you battle your opponent plus your teammate's opponent in a best of 3 series. If it's tied at the end, then the two winners of the 2 games battle each other. So let's say I play, I win, my teammate loses. I will then play the winner of who he lost to, and that winner then moves forward. I hope that makes sense. It'll make more sense moving forward. I'll have the more better rules in the description below. I am partnered with my good buddy Alpha. If you saw those funny edit videos when I was in the PDD, with like the Tarabago sweeps and the slow bro sweeps, he was a co-league owner, or not league owner, he was a co-coach with me. You know, we're just shooting off ideas. We joined early, late, and we're just popping off. So yeah, the Fairfield Ferrothorns and the New York Neuverns have conjoined to one team, and I'm from California, which is the West Coast. He's from New York, I believe, which is the East Coast. So together we are the Coast to Coast Tarapagoats. You can see it on the screen right there. And we are taking on the SDL Duos League. Now, to make this super interesting, this is actually an Insurgence League, which I haven't seen a lot of like high quality videos of Insurgence Draft League on YouTube, so I decided just to get back into YouTube, try it out again. I'm not saying that my content is professional or anything, but there's no like consistent uploads of like actual draft content for Insurgents, so that's what I will be doing now. So today I'll be doing a draft recap of both of our drafts. We did share the same pick. We basically had 2 different drafts, but we had the same draft order for each teams. Again, each team had 2 coaches, yada yada yada. The slides don't look amazing, but we're gonna do the best with what we got. So we did get really lucky and get the second pick in the draft, and it is Serpentine format, so the first overall pick gets the last pick of the next round, and then it's a wheel, and they get 2 picks, and then it goes back and forth. So it's a gift and a curse. We get a mon we really want, but then we have to wait about 19 picks for our next mon. So without further ado, let's get into this. And before I start this draft recap, just know that me and my friend, we have never done anything Insurgents. I believe he's playing through the game. I've never played it before ever, so we're both completely new to this. So if we look like noobs and we don't know what we're talking about for these Pokemon, or it looks stupid in the draft order that we drafted in, just know we are completely new to Insurgents. So all the help would be greatly appreciated if you would like to leave a comment down below. So without further ado, with the first round, second pick of the SDL Season 2 draft, I decided to draft Mega Spiritomb. This thing looks absolutely insane. I wanted something really bulky, as well as really hyper offensive, both on the physical and special side, which I believe I'm getting off of this Menace. 50 base HP, a lot of mons like Rotom, I believe, Mega Deoncé, they could live with it, so can I. 142 attack, 133 special attack, and then just all around bulk on the defense and special defensive side. I did add the pre-mega ability, which is Noctum, which is new to Insurgents, which is basically a weather for dark types. It increases dark and ghost type moves by 50%, as well as cuts fairy type moves, which is my only weakness, by 50% as well. And then once I Mega Evolve, I get the ability Tough Claws, which increases my contact moves by 30%, which is absolutely insane. And key moves to look out for on this mon is, of course, Will-O-Wisp, Knockoff, Sucker Punch, Shadow Sneak. Poltergeist is going to go absolutely insane. Dark Pulse, Shadow Ball for the special side. I don't have it on here, but we also get Calm Mind, Pain Split, Bring Jealousy, and of course Psychic for more special attacking nonsense. Basically a late game sweeper, or throw it in turn 1 and just let it start nuking things, and then let the rest of my Pokemon weather the storm for a late game. So moving over to Alpha's first overall pick, again still round 1 pick 2 because we share the same draft order. He went a little bit different. I went on the slow, bulky side of Mons, and he went on the semi-fast, well-rounded, all-around, do whatever it can type. And with his pick, he chose to choose Delta Arcanine, the first Delta of the draft, with the abilities Inner Focus, Intimidate, and Multi-Scale, all 3 super valuable abilities. I'm reading because, again, I'm ignorant towards all this. It's a normal dragon-type Pokemon, and it gets Extreme Speed, which is Stab, as well as Draco Jet, which is basically a dragon Aqua Jet, which is Stab as well. Still gets Dragon Dance, Play Rough. Swords Dance doesn't get Will-O-Wisp, which is really unfortunate, but the Intimidate's going to help vastly. All around amazing stats. Are those accurate stats? They're not. Okay, so I messed up. So it has 90 defense, 90 HP, 80 defense, and 80 special defense, and 95 speed. So I messed up on this slide. I might edit it post. We'll see. I'm kind of lazy. I'm kind of new to this again. Yeah, it gets Earthquake as well. Play Rough, Dragon Dance, like I said. It could be used as a bulky mon with the Intimidate, or multi-scale to get a free setup and then start E-speeding and Draco jetting mons to oblivion. So I'm really excited to see what he can do with that with his first overall pick. So with my second pick in the draft, I wanted to draft a fairy type, and I had my eyes on Delta Crustle, which is a normal fairy type. But I wanted the fairy type mainly for a fighting resistance. I feel like I always am really weak to fighting types on my draft, so Delta Crustle was kind of out of the equation. I really wanted it because of the Shell Smash Simple combo, and I found another mon that's a couple points less that still has Simple and is a pure fairy type, and that will be Delta Escavalier, the 9th pick in the second round, 19th overall. I have all that data on this little sheet. With the ability Heat Proof, so to quad resist fire type moves, or resist, I'm not sure. Sweet Veil, and then of course the main one, Simple, which doubles the stat boost or drops. And what's great about this is even though he only has 60 special attack, one Calm Mind times that by 2, which is basically 120 base special attack, which is nothing to be laughing at. No one will know if I'm physical or special. I can run either or, and on the moves, as you can see, Play Rough, Brick Break, Gyro Ball, because I'm super slow, Knock Off Facade, Draining Kiss with that Calm Mind times 2. You see where I'm going here? Swords Dance to just max out my attack. And of course Slack Off, which is insane. This thing's naturally bulky as balls, and then I could just get my HP recovery back with Draining Kiss or Slack Off. So that's the little plan with this Cane Train. I do have my nicknames on the slides. I'm not sure what Alpha wants to do with his, but I have mine in the parentheses. And with Alpha's 19th overall pick, another really speedy mon. He likes speed and he likes pivoting. Can't go wrong with adding a little bit of regeneration as well. And of course, we all know him, we all love him. It is Tornadus Therian with the 19th overall pick. Like I said, super fast, 121 speed. We all know Tornadus Therian. U-turn knockoff, Bleak Windstorm, Heat Wave Defog. Nice hazard remover, bulk up, nasty plot, toxic tailwind. We already know what it do. Tornadus T joins the crew. That kind of rhymed. I wish Alpha drafted a little bit more Delta Mons, but we're not going to judge them because actually my next pick is a normal Mon, so I can't really judge. Beautiful segue. So I drafted a mon, well 2 mons basically, with 20 base speed on each, and we're not getting that much faster with our next pick. And in fact, we have a pretty slow team right now. So with the slow team, I might as well draft the Slow King, round 3, pick 2, 22nd overall. Another regenerator going back to back for both of our teams. David, if you know, I am hype. So this is going to be my special wall, essentially. Chilly Reception, Trick Room with my 3 super slow mons, Future Sight Scald, Ice Beam, Slack Off, Yawn, and Dragon Tail. Someone's trying to set up in my face. We already know what Slow King does. It tells a funny joke and it bounces and it throws up the snow. Maybe I'm going to get an ice type Pokemon in the later end of the draft. Who knows? Maybe we will know sooner or later. But I don't think anything changes for this mon in Insurgence. So we're just going to move on to Alpha's 3rd overall pick, which is Goldango. Who doesn't love the Goldango? Good as gold, a complete hazard blocker, which is beautiful to have with his 22nd overall pick. Insane special attack, decent defenses, really good HP, and decent speed. Make It Rain, Shadow Ball, Psychic, Thunderbolt, Dazzling Gleam, Power Gem, Substitute, and Nasty Plot if you want to be plotting something quite crazy. But I want to get more into the Delta Mons because this is of course Insurgents. We want to see all the new Mons or all the hacked Mons. I don't know what you want to call it. It's new to me. So with the fourth round, 9th pick, which is 39th overall, we did Delta Vespiquen, the Red Rocket. The ability Speed Boost and of course Levitate. And this Mon is a Steel Fire type, which means we are quad weak to ground. And the Levitate ability is going to basically give us an immunity to that. And this thing has so many resistances. I believe it's only weak to fighting and water, which is absolutely insane. 102 defense and special defense. We could acrobatics, we could drill run, earth power, flamethrower, volt switch, will-o-wisp, shift gear, calm mind, and of course it gets roost, which is absolutely insane. So we have healing, we have sustainable recovery. This is my second will-o-whisper, which is really good. And also it's a slow pivot mon, and since it has so many resistances, this is going to help me get in my sweepers consistently without getting hits, if that makes sense. So really excited to see what Vespiquen could do for the squad. With alphas, 4th round and 9th, he chose Delta Gudra, the water ground type, I believe it is. So kind of like a Swampert and Gastrodon, but has an insane base 150 special defense like all the other Gudras. Abilities Overcoat, Water Absorb, and Gooey, so a water immunity as well, which is really great. Key moves, Earth Power, Scald, Ice Beam, Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, Toxic, Acid, Armor, Calm Mind, and it gets Pain Split. I don't know if the other Gudras do, but I believe that would be really good for sustainable recovery. You love to see it. Love to have it on our team. I was gonna draft it on my team as well because we wanted some like same Mon synergy going on, which we have. That rhymed as well. I'm pretty good at this, which we have later in the draft, but unfortunately it got taken from me. So I draft 3 really slow Mons. So I decided to draft something with decent speed, but I wanted a steel type and I wanted something for hazard removal. So with my 5th overall Pokemon I'm drafting with the 42nd overall pick is Excadrill with the abilities Mold Breaker, Sand Rush, and Sand Force. I'm mainly only going to be using Mold Breaker, so I guess it doesn't really matter the other abilities. Base 88 speed, but a whopping 135 attack. 1 rapid spin, I'm outspeeding a lot of things. Basic standard sets of Earthquake, Iron Head, Rapid Spin, Swords Dance if I want, Stealth Rock if I want, but mainly probably most likely going to be Assault Vested or Stashed, you know, to destroy something basically, or just ensure that I get the hazards off of my screen. And with Alpha's 5th pick, he finally grabs his Mega, which is Mega Zeb Strika with the competitive ability, which will double his special attack, basically like Defiant if a stat gets lowered, which is pretty good. Insane speed with 141 and 135 special attack as well. Move pool isn't the greatest, but who doesn't love a fast and electric type? You know, I love my Miss Missy, the Jolteon. Main moves being Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Dazzling Gleam, Overheat, Signal Beam, and Light Screen I threw on there. It is Electric Fairy, so it does get the Fairy type when it evolves, Mega Evolves, so Dazzling Gleam will be Stab. So people are going to need to run Scarfed Outspeed this thing because this thing is absolutely insanely fast. So I did mention that me and Alpha wanted to draft, you know, duplicate Mons for our team, and this is one that he recommended. So with the 6th pick in the draft, we both decided to grab Delta Greninja with the ability Prankster, which is quite insane. You know, of course, we're really fast, really good special attack and decent attack as well. But the key moves for Prankster, we get Spikes and Will-O-Wisp. So we are a fire grass type, which is what Delta Greninja is. Yes, had to check that. So basically priority burning, which is absolutely insane. And if we have really low HP, we could just get a free spike off. Overheat, Leaf Storm, we could have an eject pack to just come in and do some massive damage. Of course, U-turn as well. And Taunt and Trick if we want to just, you know, prankstery, I guess you could say. I don't know, Lagging Tail trick on a super fast mon. We could see what we could do. And we both agreed to name this guy Mentalpha, which is basically mental mark in alpha because mental, and then the last 2 digits is the first 2 digits of his. Some synergy going on there. That is our 6th overall pick, which is the 59th overall in the draft. So that was both of our picks for round 6. So I believe I've drafted 2 fire types in the past 3 rounds, being Delta Vespiquen, Steel Fire, Delta Greninja, Grass Fire, and now I'm going to draft Moltres, Fire Flying. This is basically going to be my physical wall with heavy duty boots, so we don't take 50% damage from rocks. But the great thing about it is Flame Body, which means if anyone wants to U-turn on me or do some shenanigans, I have the chance to burn it. And of course I get Will-O-Wisp again, so I have 4 Mons that get Will-O-Wisp right now. Roost, of course, another hazard remover, Flamethrower, Hurricane, Brave Bird, all the yada yada. Probably going to be heavy duty boots or Rocky Helmet most of the time, but of course if I want to run Specs or Scarf just to catch people off guard. I totally can. Gonna be great. And with Alpha's 7th overall pick, he drafted Radon, Hoopa Unbound, the absolute monster of a Pokemon. I absolutely love it. Base 160 attack and 170 special attack is nothing to be laughed at. Abysmal defense and quad weak to bug, we have to watch out for that. But if you scarf it, it's going to outspeeding most things that aren't scarfed. And it's a pure mixed attacker, Dark Pulse Psychic, Shadow Ball, Energy Ball, Thunderbolt, or if you want to destroy things with Knockoff or Hyperspace Theory. And if you want some sustainable recovery, you could also throw in Drain Punch. Everyone knows Hoopa. It was a late dark pick, but I believe, you know, it's a late game sweeper. So he has all the U-turn with Greninja, Volt Switch with his Mega, and then once everything's whittled down, he could throw out Hoopa with the Scarf and just start punching holes in people's teams. Really excited to see how that goes. But with the 8th round, I decided, and I kind of hinted at it before, getting an ice type, I decided to go Delta Scizor, Quicksilver, because it's shiny as pure silver. It looks absolutely insane. 79th overall pick. The abilities, Tough Claws, Ice Cleats, which is basically Slush Rush. It doubles the speed in snow. And Super Luck, all three are super insane abilities. Tough Claws if I want to do bulky sweeper, and Ice Cleats if I want to be a speedy sweeper. 130 attack, we all know Scizor, but this one is an ice fighting type, so I do have quite a bit more weaknesses, but I do get Aurora Veil, and partnered that with Chilly Reception will help me out a lot to boost not only this Mon's defenses and special defense, but every Mon on my team, which is going to be huge for us. We get Swords Dance, we get Stab Triple Axle, Stab Ice Shard, Close Combat, Drain Punch, we still get U-turn, we get Knockoff. This thing should get Mach Punch, it's a fighting type, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. We still have that priority Ice, which is really good for insane Mons that could set up. A lot of Mons are ground and dragon that people drafted, so I'm excited to use Delta Scizor in this draft. With Alpha's 8th round pick, 79th overall. Oh, I did 79'd, whatever, in the parentheses. I'm not fixing it. Him on top, Intimidate Technician, really good defenses, decent good attack and decent defenses, and alright HP. The Intimidate will help out a lot if you want to throw in an Assault Vest. Mach Punch, Bullet Punch for that priority, Triple Axle for all those pesky dragons and ground types like I mentioned prior, Knockoff, and of course Hazard Remover is always important for draft leagues, so him on top joins the team. And just like Delta Greninja, we did grab another Delta combo, and that would be Delta Camera. I'm naming mine Mental Dog. I'm not sure if he's going to, but it's the 82nd overall pick. The abilities are really good. Venomous makes everything that gets poisoned turn into badly poisoned. So if you Sludge Bomb something, they're badly poisoned, which doubles each turn, which is really good. Poison Point. So if anything hits us, it gets poisoned, but I think Venomous is the way to go. And then of course Liquid Ooze if we're running into like a, I don't know who's going to Giga Drain or something to this guy. Drain Punch maybe, I'm not quite sure. You know, it's just a camera up. It's not quad weak to ground anymore. It's just one, or water, I guess. Sludge Bomb, Scald, Flamethrower, Dark Pulse, Corrode, Pain Split, and Toxic Spikes. It's a pure poison type, and the move Corrode is base 70, and it's super effective against steel types, which means it's not an immunity anymore, which is really, really cool for us. So Delta Camerupt gives us both a grounded poison type, which is awesome. Everyone needs it. I do have a steel type spinner, but best to have an absorber, so that's why we grabbed it. And in the 10th round, my final pick of this SDL, the 99th overall pick, I grabbed Ambipom. Everyone loves Ambipom. Technician and Skill Link, 115 speed, 100 attack, Fake Out, Tail Slap Return, all the elemental punches, which is really good. Knockoff, U-turn, Triple Axle, you love to see it. And with Alpha's last pick, he grabbed Swoobat, which has Unaware and Spimple. Simple, Mark. Holy moly. 114 speed. It could be sashed, and then it could get a nasty plot up, and then it could start Giga Draining, you get a HP back, so on, so on. It times it by 2. It's just the final pick, you know? So that's what we got. And this is the team, bum right here. Both teams, I'll show you like the stats of the speed tiers and the weaknesses and the resistances. I might throw it up mid-screen as well. I don't know. Week 1 will be going live in a couple days, hopefully. It's going to be live commentary battles, just like how we used to do before the heavy edits. Life has been pretty hard, but we're going through it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys made it this long, it's quite a long one. It's basically doing 2 draft recaps, but you know, leave a like, subscribe. Hope to see you guys soon. Take care. Bye.